Welcome to the bold analysis. When the Azimio La Umoja team gave the 14 days notice to the Ruto government to address the irreducible minimums or call for mass action, he spoke about some 6 issues. And that will then set the next phase of political propaganda and counter narratives, counter claims from both sides of the political divide. Let me show you what Ruto has picked. And I remember speaking yesterday about what next on both sides of the political divide. Now, I want us to start here. Listen to the 6 what Raila said in Jivanji, because that will help you to make the distinction, or rather it will help you to understand what really is going to be the aim of this analysis. Now, listen to that here.
First, the cost of living. We have been talking about the rising cost of basic commodities like unga, electricity, diesel, petrol, paraffin, sugar, milk, among others, for far too long. We have complained about rising taxes, and we have lately talked about children dropping out of school for lack of fees. Withdrawal of subsidies to food and education in the middle of drought and famine was reckless and heartless. Consequently, the subsidies must be restored, the cost of basic commodities and taxes must come down in the next 14 days. Secondly, electoral deceit must end. Servers must be opened and audited, under auspices of a reputable firm or organization, failure to which we shall lead the people to restore their authority and voice. 5, the ongoing process. 5, the ongoing process of reconstituting IEBC must stop immediately. A bipartisan task force must be put in place to restructure the IEBC in a manner that ends its monolithic operations. 6. If these demands are not heeded within 14 days, we shall lead Kenyans to massive action and to mass action across the country to get their power back and restore sanity.
You'll grasp that, in fact, for the Raila Odinga, messaging has been centered on 2 issues. One is the victory claim, the other one is the cost of living. My position was clear that Raila Odinga should drop the discussion about the election and all that and focus on the cost of living. Oh, that will get the spark. If you want something that will get the spark, that will get the spark, but that is just my position. That is just my opinion. Now, my analysis has been confirmed, and what I told you yesterday is what Ruto is talking about. Kindly subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell for those who are watching us from different parts of the globe. Asanteni sana for your feedback, as we still hope for the best. We know some few Kenyans that are in Nigeria. Yeah, wanaenda kupiga kura huko. So they've been trying to reach out. On 25th, Nigeria will be going to the ballot to pick Buhari's successor. So we also wish you the best. I told you that UDA will be comfortable to engage Raila Odinga on IBC matters and the victory claim, but not on the cost of living. Today, I made that analysis last night. Today, Our president was in Kitui and he addressed Raila Odinga's mass action and only picked this line.
That political debate, though healthy, it is necessary for our friends to know that the servers were open when we all went to the polling station, the IEBC, and our agents. The servers were open when we all were identified biometrically, and each and every one of us was given a vote to cast. The servers were open. It is also true that when the counting was done and the results were posted on the portal, the servers were open. It is also true that when the IEBC was tallying results at Bomas, the servers were open. It is also true that when the matters went for validation in court, the servers were open. It is also true that when the court made a determination of the last general election, the servers were open. To now turn around and pretend that servers to be open at this point in time is to take us for granted.
You don't need some magical science to interpret, and clearly I can tell you that what I said yesterday is what has happened. Ruto is cleverly dodging the cost of living question. Out of those 6 points agenda, you will summarize them into two. One is on the victory claim, on the rigging story, on the electoral justice, and the other one is on the cost of living. Now, also get time and listen to what Rigiji was saying in Muranga. You'll understand that it's well coordinated. There is coherence between the angle that the president has taken and the angle that deputy has taken. They are the same. They have picked the issue of electoral justice. That's why I said that Raila should stick to the cost of living question. Kwanza, awachana hiyo story ya ABC. Achana hiyo. Kwanza, you will when you sustain this, it cuts across. And it's one that should actually pick. Now, the server issue should best be addressed by the commission. And in his plan, he has decided to issue political rebuttals, simply dodging the big question. I wish he will give a response in terms of what is to be done. That for me would be a very good feedback instead of rebuttals on electoral justice. He has picked that because he has known that that is what will make the whole thing political. I want to look at this. Why I can tell you that Ruto has dodged the electoral justice question, has dodged the cost of living question for the electoral justice. There are four reasons. The first reason here is Ruto wants to draw, or rather UDA would want to draw the political lines. His strategists would know very well that you can draw the political lines and deflect the mass action question. This is it. If Azimio were planning to go to the street and they would anchor their messaging on we want our win back, then those who support William Ruto and might have voted for William Ruto would actually not attend. That's it. Of course, now you can ask me, is it true that those who voted for Azimio are in Azimio and those who voted for UDA are in UDA? Now, people have started jumping and people are now changing goalposts. With ODM, the side who are in Azimio, now crossing over to government, and also people who voted for William Ruto that are like, kwamba hii ndio kitu tulitaka kweli. There are also those people who are in that mode. Now, for you to draw that line, and make sure that it's only those who supported her that attend, or rather you deflate that mass action, you draw the political line. And it is the reason why I kept on repeating here that the cost of living cuts across. It comes beyond the party politics and they want the party affiliation. Now, when you speak about opening server, what the UDA strategists are seeing is that it has the potential of branding the mass action as Raila's personal agenda. That's it. Because I know that in public, you can make the messaging in a bit accommodative by saying, we want our win back. But in real sense, the person who was on the ballot is Raila Odinga. So UDA knows very well that if you push the server question, then that will create a narrative that the mass action is pursuing Raila's own agenda. Now, when you engage on the cost of living, the truth of the matter here is Raila doesn't have a problem with the price of anything, be it unga, anything. He doesn't have the problem with the cost of living. The cost of living is for the Wanjiku down there. So you can't go there. If you go there, you're actually re-energizing that mass action story. The other third thing is this. There could be a possibility that there is no response for the cost of living, especially there is nothing new. For us who are now privileged and have been following, know very well that what we have, where we are so far as the Unga stories are concerned, and the cost of living is concerned, is the matter of cost of energy is high. And we are trying. I saw David Ndii speaking about we have options of going for cheap power throughout, or as one portioned cheap power but equal available throughout, or expensive or rather quality but equal, is it rationed in terms of time. So that discussion is going on. In terms of the cost of living, we are talking about, we are not subsidizing consumption, we want to subsidize production. And one of it is the affordable fertilizer. I don't know that it's affordable. It's affordable. Subsidized fertilizer. I don't know how much it's effective. The other thing here is we want to increase our food production basket, and we want to supplement the rainfall farming with agriculture farming, and that has to start with the dams. So those interventions are there. They are long term. So far, that's what has been said. People have been waiting, and they don't have overnight solutions. So you cannot come and say, because if you want to engage on the cost of living, I said yesterday, you can't fix it now. It doesn't, the solution is not available. Maybe you need time with it. So, and the issue of time, it is that patience that the opposition wing is pushing the population not to be patient. Now, the other third thing why Ruto has made that change is they want to create a premise that would give them an opportunity to neutralize the protests using the machineries. When you say, when you level them as not on legit issues, I think you will try to suppress. However, it should worry those who are strategists, because even if there's a new team are going to call mass action, it's not going to be the first one. People are already protesting, by the way. What when I protest? In my next video, I'm going to show you another one. People are protesting almost everywhere, almost every day. So it's not a new thing. In fact, it's not a new thing. People have been doing it. After in town, there's some 2-3 people who are. So I don't think it's something new. What we just need to take is the reality. And the reality here is very simple. That the cost of living question is a problem. Let me give you a short story as I finish. I was today in Naivas supermarket. Oh, why am I advertising them? Okay, fine. It's just part of the content. So, nikitoka nje, I met some gentlemen. 2 walikuwa wanasimama wawili. And they genuinely asked, Buddha, mazeni baye unga. As in, I'm not creating this story. It's something. Then I called, I was like, ni wale wakora ama nini? Then I became so interested. Kama unaishi wapi? Told me he was staying somewhere around there. So I had to now give him lift. Then tukaenda. When I went, they realized he's actually saying the same story. It's true. So one thing I've realized, and I can tell you, take this challenge, go to a supermarket. Ukitoka hapo nje, try roving around the gate. I think even those people who are from intelligence, ukitaka kujua mambo ni mbaya, enda kwa hizi ma-enters za supermarket tu, utaona watu wamesimama hapo wanangoja. And you can share your experience with us here, by the way, in the comment section. Have you encountered these people? We call them wakora, nini, you branded all those sorts of names. But if you go deep down, there's a problem. That's it. That's it. What do you want to do? No money in circulation. I'll have to look at that in our next analysis, guys.